Good morning, everyone. We do not have Oliver Paul with us this morning. We are going to be taking a mommy and daddy day today, and we're going to be going on a bike ride this morning on the Jane Addams Trail in Freeport, Illinois. And we are going to be testing out Mary's new bike. This is Mary's new Specialized. Technically, this will be the second ride it's going on. Tate will be a little bit bigger. And her new helmet, second ride for her new helmet. First ride for her new Shady Rays. Daddy's also got his bike here, which needs a bit of a tune-up. My bike needs a little bit of work, but that's okay. We're here right now in Red Oak. We're gonna be going all the way to Junction Route 26 and coming back. Hello. Slight change of plans because I thought I forgot my phone at the car. I didn't. Fortunately, my lovely wife is a lot better at looking for things than I am. We found the phone and we've decided to take a different route. We're actually going to be going the opposite direction. We're going to be going north towards the town of Orangeville. At the end, we'll stop at a gas station, which has ice cream and drinks, and we'll be able to take a break. That's what we're gonna do. And it'll be a lot of fun. To give you a little background on the trail that me and Mary are riding. We are riding what's called Rails to Trails biking and walking trail system here in Northern Illinois that connects into Southern Wisconsin. A Rails to Trails bike system is basically where an old railroad track was that no longer is working or no longer in operation. They pull up all the railroad tracks, they pull up all the trestle bridges, they lay down a bunch of limestone, and they replace the bridges so that people can walk and bike on it. It makes for a really nice bike ride and a really nice walk because it's pretty much level ground the entire way. Obviously, it was laid even for the trains, so it's nice and level for bikers as well. That's what we're riding on today, and this Rails to Trail system is called the Jane Addams Trail, north of Freeport, Illinois. So that area back there is an iconic part of the Jane Addams Trail. It's usually what you see on like pamphlets and brochures about the area. Let's just cut through those limestone rocks. And then there's that huge bridge. I'm pretty sure that's like the longest bridge on the entire trail. Pretty cool. Mary and I have finally crossed the highway and made it into Orangeville. Really was not that bad of a ride. It was, the trail was super shaded and that made it really nice. There's a sign welcoming us into Orangeville here, but it's a little bit old. I'll show you. Oh, here's the sign welcoming us into Orangeville and the trail going off to the left there. Could use a little bit more love, but let's go in. Mary's ahead of us. Up there ways. All right. bikes. Follow me, babe. Here's the sign. I go down this little hill here. Woo. You made it. Me and Mary just had a wonderful gas station lunch, which was actually pretty good, and ice cream with it. So earlier in the video, I mentioned that we were riding on a rails to trail system for biking and walking. What a rails trail bike system is basically an old railroad track that has been torn up and then turned into a bike trail. And here in Orangeville, they have some of the old railroad tracks still here, a really small section of it, so that you can see where it was. And I'll show you really quick. So here it is. Just this teeny tiny section of railroad track right here. Moves along this way and stops. And what you'll notice is the railroad tracks are technically lined up straight into this old mill here. And at one time, this town of Orangeville was actually called Twin Mills because it had two grain mills that the railroad tracks would go to and pick grain from. Best part about biking, you gotta stop and get slushies. That's good. On some of these bridges, you can still see remnants of what was the old railroad bridge, or I think what they call a trestle bridge. Here's an example right down here I can show you. So right here, right down here, you can see this old big post. Massive. There's a big old spike that would hold that. I think that's what they call a trestle, that big piece of wood there. That's the old trestle bridge. And then over here you can see it too. Kinda, yeah, right there. The old bridge. So they built this new bridge for the bikers. On top of the old here. Really old spike even. Oh man, it's way in there. But yeah, holding it together. That's what makes up this whole system right here. And then along the trail, they've got these benches to kind of sit. Benches definitely need some love. Maybe can be cleaned up or some new wood. But they're kind of placed at viewpoints. You can sit. Here you can look out. And if you look ahead, looks like there's a barn in the distance. Oh yeah, tree stand, a hunting stand, a barn, a field. Huh. Nice little lookout area there. All right, back on the road. Okay, now I'm on a little side quest solo mission. Mary's bike pedal fell off her bike halfway through a ride, which happens sometimes when you get a new bike. Not everything gets tightened all the way. So, solo mission, I went, called my parents. My dad came and dropped off a whole bag of tools right here. in this prime bag. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Cruise as fast as we can so Mary's not left alone. Hello? Excuse me? Excuse me? Ma'am, do you need help? Do you need help? Okay. This area here is like, I don't know, really, really neat. Mary and I are coming to the end of our parents-only bike ride. Oliver Paul is home napping with Grandma and Grandpa after swimming in the pool. Only one slight mishap with Mary's bike pedal, but other than that, second successful bike ride in the books.